What's good? What's good? What's good? You are now watching Juk Boyz Sports Show. I am your host, Kyng Ralph, here with a solo dolo show once again. Hope everybody's doing good out there in TV land. Let's sip drink. Oh man, that pineapple Fanta go crazy every time. Not sponsored, but hey, let's get into it. Like we always do, if you're looking for a clean, no crash, jitterless energy drink, use promo code JUK, J-U-K, for 20% off on W.com, D-U-B-B-Y, W.com. Use promo code JUK, Juke, for 20% off, and we're going to get you right. And wherever you're here from, if it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, make sure you hit that you comment, interact with your boy. This is a live show. I do answer to people's comments, but like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. You can subscribe on Juke Network. Hey, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. We were collabing earlier. Shout out to OG at Fading the Books. Juke collab earlier today. Look forward to that and being on any kind of shared content with him. Got to get into my sports betting bag, my prop bets, my prop bag. I got to get my ID updated. Once I get that updated, then I can get online and bet online. It'd be way easier than having to drive down to a casino and be able to place my bet physically, sports book. But yeah, we did a collab. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. Was a little nervous, so if you watch it, I'm a little more quiet than normal. But hey, first time for everything. I appreciate you for popping in, Gangy. But to get straight into it, man, Mayweather Pacquiao has been set to take place here in Las Vegas at the Sphere. Tickets finna be high as giraffe earlobes, so I will not be in attendance. But with it being on Netflix and I don't have to pay extra, I just got to pay for my Netflix subscription, I'll watch it. Now let's see when this fight takes place. In September 19th of 2026, Mayweather does have a exhibition fight with Mike Tyson, and then Mayweather will fight Pacquiao for Mayweather Pacquiao 2. This is one of the things, it's like, this is definitely a cash grab. I think that given the landscape, Pacquiao taking Barrios to a draw, Barrios having a belt, now he lost it over the weekend to Ryan Garcia, but I think Pacquiao has showed that he has something left in the tank. Now we'll see how much Mayweather still has left in the tank, willing to put his undefeated record on the line. And this would be crazy if this was the time that he lost. Now these niggas is damn near 50 years old at this point. Let's see. How good of a fight are we gonna get? That's the thing for me. I need to see training camps. I need to see how people. Yeah, Mayweather himself is 49, so Pacquiao got to be close to it. Them niggas old as hell, but hey, right? Like, I think they fought 11 years ago. So now we're getting, Pacquiao 48, Mayweather 49. Niggas old as hell. They need to be looking for their AARP cards, not looking for a boxing fight or their next match, next cash grab. So them niggas old as hell, but I'm finna watch anyway. This would be a wild time if Mayweather was to lose, though. Now, I'm not rooting for that because at the end of the day, I'm still a Mayweather fan. And I just want to see a good fight at the end of the day, something entertaining. But given I don't got to spend no money outside of what I may bring to whoever's fight party I'm going to if I'm not hosting my own, hey, we in here. And so the Spurs outlast... I believe Spurs outlast the Pistons, who are the number 1 seed in the East. I believe the Spurs are the number 2 seed in the West. But they outlast the Pistons. I think 114 to 104. Good basketball game. Wemby is becoming what we thought he could be very quickly. I think we're year 3, and All-Star game, Wemby was locked in, competitive, really wanted to win that. I think in turn he brought out the best in Anthony Edwards. And it was some good basketball over the All-Star break or that All-Star game. Year 2, crazy. And some good basketball. Kawhi put up 30 points in 12 minutes. And Anthony Edwards, who ended up getting the MVP. Wemby was locked in, focused, and wanted it to be a competitive game. He wanted to go out there and show he could be the best. And now, looking at what they're doing, what they've done to the Thunder, they beat the Pistons, so they're on a little bit of a run. Spurs are a little scary. Castle, De'Aaron Fox, them young boys, and Wemby. Now it's scary hours because at the end of the day, you can triple team him, double team him, and it doesn't look like it's going to do much if you can't keep him so far from the basket. And it looks like even if you keep him far from the basket, he's going to get up about 8 to 10 threes a game. Now, we'll see what happens when that gets to crunch time and how he plays then. But I do think that the Spurs are a legitimate contender because if Wemby is healthy, no matter what happens, you have someone when it's go time to go get you a bucket. Then you have a De'Aaron Fox where if he's healthy, you know what you can get with him from a defensive standpoint, energy, speed, the ability to get to the rim, put pressure on the rim, put bigs in foul trouble. Wemby can put bigs in foul trouble. And then now you got the rest of that cast to be able to play around them. Yeah, they're about due for a real opportunity here. And I think beating the likes of the Pistons, dominating the Thunder like they have all year. Now, we'll see what happens to the playoffs. It is kind of hard to, when you run that much of a streak on someone, when you play 7 times or have the ability to play 7 times in a series. Now, we'll see what happens in a series where if they can match up with the Thunder. I love the Wemby-Chet matchup along with some of the other pieces. Wemby versus Jokic is going to be crazy. Wemby versus Şengün is going to be crazy. As much as we talk about bigs not really being like the most dominant figures, at least in the West, in the top 4 teams, top 5 teams, that 4-5 matchup against the other 4-5 is going to be where these games and series are going to be won. And so, yeah, I think it's scary. It's definitely scary hours for anybody that is not a Spurs fan. And so we're about that time of the year. Like I said, it's one of my favorite times of the year. We got March Madness coming up. Baseball is starting to heat up. Can't wait for MLB The Show 26. I will be copping that. At Las Vegas A's are about to make their debut, I guess you could say, in a way. The A's are playing the Angels March 7th and March 8th out here at the ballpark up in Summerlin. And so Raiders, off-season. What are their off-season needs? Raiders, what are their off-season needs? And I think off rip, they have a bunch of cap space. I heard something. They have upwards of like $70 million in cap space. Number 1 pick. You have to make a decision on what we're going to do with Max Crosby. So number 1 pick off rip, draft Mendoza. Now, do I think that Fernando Mendoza is the best player in the draft? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I don't have the proof either. I haven't even gotten to my film watching bag yet. Next week, I will be breaking down what happened at the combine, and then I will start my film watching um, and scouting bag at that point. But I don't think that Fernando Mendoza needs to come in and be this world beater. I don't think he needs to be this Patrick Mahomes or Matt Stafford of such arm talent and quarterback individual talent. I just think he needs to be able to come in, be accurate, clutch, and be able to command the offense, read defense as well, and be able to put people in spots, i.e., Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't have these crazy measurables. Now, I hate when people go and they try to compare people to a GOAT, so I'm not going to compare them, but that's just the quarterback that I would think. Drew Brees. Drew Brees didn't have a crazy arm talent. He just was very accurate. And I think that that's the one thing that you need out of your quarterback. Put your players in position, be accurate, and can you will them to victory when it need be. And what he did at Indiana, he did that. So we'll see going forward what they end up doing as far as what they build around. But I do believe one, draft Fernando Mendoza. Two, go and try to see if you can get you a wide receiver one. Alec Pierce is going to be someone that could possibly be available. His running mate in Indy with Michael Pittman Jr. could possibly be available. Jawan Jennings. We got Kubiak from the Seahawks. So now Rashid Shaheed is someone that I've heard could possibly be up for grabs. Jawan Jennings, Brandon Ayuk from the 49ers, and seeing what happens there. I think get wide receiver one, see what you can get. What as far as you drafted Jack Beck out of TCU with the number two, with your second round pick. See what you can get out of that. Now you already got Brock Bowers, you got Ashton Genty, you got Michael Mayer. Now you get you a wide receiver one. See what you can get out of Beck. Maybe draft another wide receiver in this draft because I just feel like every year wide receiver is just going to be one of those positions that you're going to be able to get quality pieces to be able to move forward with. And then get someone on the up that you can put on the other side of a Max Crosby. If you're going to keep Max and not trade him and rebuild fully, put someone on the other side of him that can command or at least beat one-on-one when Max is getting doubled and triple teamed. And then round out that your DB room. Bring in some corners. Now, I don't have anybody specifically, but I just think that these are things that we should attack going forward in this offseason through the draft and to see even if we can make trades. And so I'm looking forward. This is definitely one of my favorite times of the year. The NFL Combine is starting out, I believe, Thursday or Friday. I know Sunday or Saturday is the offense. So you'll see running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks, tight ends, offensive linemen Saturday and Sunday. And then the defensive side of the ball will be the early part of the combine. And so seeing what they do, man, I love this time of year, especially when you have a team that's just not good. It definitely it's either you're going to be hope or hopeless at this point. We got Clint Kubiak, the quarterback, the coach that I want. We got the number one pick. Now, let's see what they do with it. And so, fast break, which may or may not be that fast because I got a lot. I don't have as many picks. I could probably spend a little bit more time. But I need y'all to stop the cap. I keep seeing these things and people talking about people keep talking about how Shea or SGA plays like Mike. Now, if we're going to talk about he plays like Mike from the standpoint of his ability to attack the rim, get to the free throw line, the mid-range, and his ability to play both sides of the ball, all right, cool. But for people to go straight to how much he gets to the foul line and how much Mike got to the foul line, those are two completely different playing styles. Yes, Mike got to the foul line and he had a very loose whistle when it came to how the refs called his games, but that shit looked different. We're not going to sit here and act like it's the same play style that Mike is running into your chest and then flailing or making a scream or a noise that makes it seem like something happened when it didn't, or being dramatic when there is some kind of contact, physical contact there. Mike played through that, but got the call that a superstar is supposed to get. SGA, on the other hand, is embellishing the contact to make it seem worse than what it was. And that's the part that I can't get jiggy with. If you're going to make that distinction and make that comparison, then please be genuine when we're talking about it, because you can't just, oh, well, look at this Mike clip. He didn't even get touched. But look at what Mike is doing. Mike's just hooping. SGA is running into you, putting his arm into you. When you go to move his arm, that's when he'll jump back, throw his head back when nothing happened, and then that's where that whistle is being blown. I don't like that part. It's one of those things where we start to talk about Ant and Wemby and some of the best players in the league. I don't like that about SGA's game, although I do like a lot of other things about his game. Definitely sending prayers out to the people of Jalisco in Mexico over the weekend. I'm kind of blurry on who did it, but a cartel boss in Mexico was killed by the Mexican government. Some people say it was the U.S. government through the Mexican government teamed up together and did this. But regardless of how it happened, what ended up happening, and what's resulting in that, in the aftermath of that, praying for those people, because now the cartel is just terrorizing people in the city, randoms, innocent folks, civilians, you could say, that have nothing to do with nothing. They're killing people, burning cars, buses, robbing people, running in people's homes. It's a sad situation. Makes you, as much as we've seen movies on these things, it's one of them things where if you're gonna go and do this, and why wouldn't you think of what the aftermath would look like for the people that are in that area that can be reached easily by the cartel? Now, some U.S. or Mexican government or government officials aren't going to be able to just be reached like that. But the civilians in that area, why wouldn't you put them in areas or put them in a position to be protected? And that's the part for me that, like, yeah, pray for them people, man. I hate to see it. On the other end, keeping it government, shout out to the women's U.S. hockey team for declining Trump's invitation to the State of the Union address, and fuck the men's hockey team. On top of that, them niggas is hoes. I get it. At the end of the day, how many opportunities are you going to get to go to the White House, be at these things? But at this point, I'm not giving people passes no more. When you show that this meant, like, Trump has done vile things, said vile things, and even the things that he promises from a political standpoint, I don't understand how you can overlook the racist shit, the shit with ICE, the things he said afterwards, the things that they say about people, things that they don't say about other groups of people, and then sit there and be like, well, he said he was going to do this, and from a political standpoint, and I agree with this part, and then overlook the racist part. To me, you can't have it one without the other. I don't give a damn what you can do for me if you're going to treat people on a human level like shit. And that's the thing for me, is where women, when it comes to women's sports, they're way more, especially in the U.S., they're way more willing to put their neck out, put their neck on the line, or stick their neck out for things that they believe in. Now, we can sit here and say men are more logical and women are more emotional, but in the end, this is a moment where I'm going to agree with the emotional side. Fuck Donald Trump. I don't give a damn. So how are you going to go and overlook the things that this person has done and things that are happening currently for your opportunity to get and meet the president or get to the White House? And it's like, no, you're showing where you stand, where your beliefs stand, and which side of the line you're going to stand on. And I just can't get jiggy with it. I don't fuck with it. I hate it. And I think we're in a wild time right now. And I pray things get turned around for us, because I have a child. The children are the future. And this shit that we're dealing with right now is crazy. It's one of them things. It's like the more you know, the more angry you'll get at the situations that's going on right now. And I kind of low key ran through this shit, man. But I've been wrong. I last week a clip went viral of Declan Doyle being interviewed, and he was asked how was his relationship or communication with Lamar Jackson, and he said it was limited. And then he made a blanket statement about players being at training camp, OTAs, and voluntary practices. Most people are going to take that and throw it at Lamar. But when you go and you look, if you go and you look at what was actually said, look at what he actually said, listen to what he actually said, I think that people are taking things. Now, I do think and I do believe that if a player needs to be aware of the things that they say and how it will be interpreted, I think coaches should also be held to that same standard. But the harshness and the way that I felt about it, I didn't like it. But I can disagree with something, but also understand where he's coming from. Because new head coach, new offensive coordinator, it's going to be a new offense. Lamar got to be at OTAs with the rest of the guys to be able to learn this offense. He needs to be in those film sessions with Doyle, collaborating on how to get the most out of this offense, where he likes, what plays he likes in down and distance and situational football. How much does he want to throw versus pass? Where to get him in the best spots to be successful in other players on that offense. And so I think there are some decisions that do got to be made. Most likely Isaiah Likely is no longer going to be with the Ravens. I think that he's going to look for an opportunity to get his own, to be tight end one, TE1. But I think that where we are right now, I think the Ravens are in a good spot. I think they got a good head coach. Doyle being under Ben Johnson. Now we'll see what kind of offense he can get out of Lamar Jackson. But I think that sometimes when it comes to players are held to this wild-ass standard that head coaches don't have to do that, or coaches don't have to do that, do half of it. They can say whatever. It can be interpreted as whatever. And if a player feels away, then they're just being too sensitive. And that's the thing for me. I just can't get jiggy with it, man. Typically, I do a 30-minute show. But today, I ran through these topics. Don't really have much. So I do appreciate y'all for watching. Like I said, if you've been here before, keep commenting. I appreciate y'all for popping into the comment section and saying what up. I appreciate homie over at Fade the Books, OG over there. Had a good time. Definitely made me want to get into my prop bet bag. Once I get my ID driver's license situation all cleared up, we'll definitely be doing more sports betting going forward. Looking forward to baseball season. But if you haven't been here before, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Just toward the end of the year, I hit 100 subscribers. Over the last couple weeks, we've jumped up to like about 113, 115 range on YouTube. So make sure you keep subscribing at Juk Network. JUK Network. Make sure you follow Juk Network on Facebook as well. Follow the Juk Boyz Sports Show on Instagram at Juk JUKBOYZ Sports Show. And you can also listen to us on audio only episode, or listen to me, audio only episode dropping on Wednesday morning anywhere you get your podcasts. And you can follow me at KYNGRALPH. I do got to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for watching. Love, peace, and chicken grease. And RIP to Rondell Moore. Was it Rondell Moore? Check on your people, man. And a lot of people are committing suicide. I know death comes in threes, but it shouldn't be like 9 people that I'm hearing about at the same time. So check on your folks. Make sure everybody's good. Be ready to listen. And stay blessed out there, y'all. I appreciate you. Damn, we jumped up to 6, and I'm about to get up out of here, man. Damn. I love y'all, though. Peace out.